So, and then there's this, you know, maybe ill-advisedly long scene where Morpheus gives this crazy speech, which is supposed to be like this sort of Sermon on the Mount type, like, fanatical thing.
Yeah.
Where he's like, we must not be afraid, machines!
Can you dig it?
And then there's like a really long dance sequence and then a really long sex sequence, and none of it, you know, feels very important to the story.
Well, they're intercutting between Neo and Trinity fucking, which I'm way into.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big fan of that, and I said in the past, that last episode, I don't believe that a couple is actually together unless they have unsimulated sex on screen, so I was a fan of that. The orgy, though, is just people waving their arms around. Like, it doesn't look like they're fucking. It's like a club scene. They're getting very handsy, but like, right.
You know, and you see like Harold Perrineau, Link dancing with Nona Gay, you know, sort of grinding up on each other, and you're like, okay, isn't this like a sci-fi movie? You know, like they're trying to advance this big utopian kind of like, you know, mass of people. You know, like that's the idea.
Oh,
right?
I'm sorry. We have to talk about this one joke in the movie.
The pussy joke?
Yes.
Pretty weird.
Pretty fucking weird.
So Harold Perrineau, you know, wants to rush home to his wife and see her.
Hasn't seen her in a while.
They dock at Zion.
Yeah.
He runs into his apartment. Everyone's apartment is basically like a submarine locker. You know?
Yep.
And he says, "Where's my puss?" And then he's like cut off when he sees that like the sister-in-law is over and a couple kids.
The nephews, the nephew and niece.
So was his plan just to run in and be like, "Where's my pussy?" Like that's his plan?
Well, I don't think it was with that attitude. I think it was, "Where's my pussy?" But it's still a weird thing to say because he's saying it in a very cheery way. He's saying it like he's fucking like, you know, like it's a Leave It to Beaver like style like entrance into the home.
Very much.
And that's why I thought a cat was going to appear.
Me too.
It
felt like that was the misdirect.
It almost feels like his like cute pet name for her, like Honey or Sweetie, is Pussy.
Yeah.
But that can't be the case.
Yeah, that's pretty reductive to make. Like,
it's maybe the one joke in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Is there another joke
I don't
in
think
this
there's
movie?
another joke in them. There's maybe one other, like, where Trinity says something like, "Oh, that's difficult." Like, she has a few times where
that'll
she, like...
leave a mark.
Yeah, that'll leave a mark. Yeah. That's gotta hurt.
All right, let's move forward.
You don't see that every day.
So the ship...
He's standing right behind me, isn't he? The number one worst joke in the world.
The number one worst joke in the world.
Yeah.
So, Neo, while they're there, Neo gets a message from the Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to like go back into the Matrix. And
I'm getting excited because Oracle, we know, is my favorite part of the film, of the first movie.
So they plug back in, you know, they fly out and they plug back into the Matrix, and he meets a character called Seraph, who is a Chinese action star, Colin Chu. I think he's Taiwanese technically.
He's like drinking tea.
This was a part that they offered to Michelle Yeoh, and she was going to play it, and then like something scheduling happened, so she couldn't do it. And then they offered it to Jet Li, and Jet Li said no. To his credit, it's not a major role.
Why would either of them do this? I mean,
Michelle Yeoh was going to do it.
I'm surprised.
The reason they would do it is because it's The Matrix, I think.
Yeah.
Just like a hot franchise.
But it's just like, this is such an unnecessary character.
Well, this is where I start loving the movie, and I think everyone else starts. So they have a fight. They have a martial arts fight.
They like say hello. They're, "Hey, how you doing? I'm okay.
Like,
How's the weather? Not bad.
I'm sorry I have to do this, but like 5-minute fight sequence." And Neo's like,
Which I don't at this point know what the fuck is going on, who this guy is, why they're fighting.
And then Neo, they stop, and he's like, "Great, you are the one. Just needed to check," basically. Like, you don't really know someone until you fight them.
And then Neo, speaking for the entire audience, goes like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Now,
and he goes like, "I protect she who is most important." Right. And the door opens, and it's the fucking Oracle.
Now, this is what I love about this movie. This movie is about what it would be like to interact with literal computer programs. That is why this is a masterpiece. No other movie has done this or will ever do it again because it's crazy. Seraph, and if you look into it, it's literally, I'm going to read
He's like an ad blocker software?
He is a login screen. That is literally, he is the personification of what is called a challenge handshake authentication protocol, which is basically a password.
I can't believe that this is already working for me. My judgment of the movie just went up 20%. You might get me to think this is a masterpiece by the end of the episode.
Because
I literally just went up 20%.
Because in the movie, you hear him say, like, "You don't know someone until you fought them." And, like, you'd think, like, that's actually the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You have to remember, he's not a person. He's a computer program, as is everyone.
He's a box asking you to type in a password.
And then we have what
Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck, you're going to convince me. Oh, my God.
Then Seraph leads him to the Oracle, played by Gloria Foster, and, like, seems...
Sorry.